Hello and welcome to Chesapeake Weekly. Well, Chesapeake has a new deputy city manager, adding to an already robust leadership team. City manager Chris Price has named Brian Solis as deputy city manager for community development. In his new role, Solis will serve as a member of the city's executive leadership team, and he'll oversee the city's community development departments, including economic development, planning, development and permits, and parks, recreation, and tourism. Solis is making a return to Chesapeake, having formerly served here in planning roles. Since then, he has served in the city of Virginia Beach in a variety of leadership roles. He has an extensive background in capital program administration, innovation in local government, and organizational strategic planning. We all welcome him to the Chesapeake team. When we're in an emergency, we count on our first responders to get to us quickly, but driving some of those big response vehicles takes training and practice, and that's just what the emergency vehicle operation course is for. Take a look.
All right, this is the firefighter recruits initial introduction to driving emergency vehicles. This is a 16-hour EVOT course, emergency vehicle operations, and they are learning to drive vehicles from class 1 to class 3. Where it starts off with regular vehicles and all the way up to medic units and fire engines. We do this because we teach them how to keep safe while driving emergency vehicles, how to operate an emergency vehicle in normal conditions, weather-related conditions, and this course here certifies them to drive all emergency vehicles in the city of Chesapeake.
All right, so today we're going to focus on driving emergency vehicles on this course. It's a closed course by design so that you guys have the opportunity to practice doing what we'll expect you to do out on the roadway. We're going to keep it as informal out here as we possibly can because we want to encourage you guys to ask questions and to learn from each other. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. You two fellas head there. This is the recruit's first experience in actually driving an emergency vehicle on a closed course. It's a closed course on purpose because we want them to build their comfort levels. Nothing that takes place out at this course is high pace. Everything here is usually between 2 and 10 miles per hour, and that's it. Everything else is very, very slow speed. We're focusing on the pivot points of both these vans because we drive regular vehicles, and then the ambulances because, again, that's what you see out on the roadway is these ambulances getting into tight neighborhoods. So you think about in your own experience when you're driving down the road, wow, this is a really tight road. Wow, this is a really tight neighborhood. That's what we're navigating in vehicles that are 2 to 3 times the size of that with weights up to 50, 60,000 pounds and having to navigate that. Turning radiuses are reduced, the center of gravity is increased, and as a result, we have a higher probability of tipping over and things like that.
Well, good. I mean, you didn't hit it, but if this was where it was supposed to be, you would have.
I killed him, yes.
Okay, so you owe me 10 for that.
Yes, sir.
But this gives you depth perception. Like at Chesapeake General, there's a little curb where the medic bay is.
Yes, sir.
You got to get that curve, that back step, over top of that curve in order to get the stretcher out right. If you're short, it's not going to work if you get all jacked up, or you're going to have to reset it. Some of the things that we're telling them is using the mirrors. So in a typical passenger vehicle, you have the side mirrors and a rear view mirror. Well, they don't have that with these. The larger vehicles just have side mirrors. So it's imperative that you use the side mirrors to judge distance, sight. We always have a spotter. That way we prevent accidents. They can judge what's going on behind them because you can't see in these large apparatus. So the use of the mirrors is paramount.
This is the recruit's first experience with actually being out here, touching these trucks, doing 360 walkarounds, making sure that the safety measures are in place. Are there mirrors adjusted appropriately? Is there a seat at the proper height? We have rear view mirrors in the personal vehicles that we drive. These don't. It's only the side mirrors that we're using. So you really have to have an understanding of how the vehicle works, and you have to have a very good basic understanding of how to drive.
It's a little bit different than your regular vehicle that you drive every day. So with these type of apparatuses, it's life or death situation, especially if we're transporting patients in a medic unit. You definitely want to know what you're doing. Teaches you also how to prepare because it doesn't stop the same as a regular vehicle. So this is just, again, their initial introduction of how to operate a vehicle, emergency vehicle.
These are the basic skills that they're going to learn for their career to make them good firefighters, good EMS providers, and here is where it starts. So to me, learning the basics, building a good foundation to advance themselves in their career and make it a successful long career is important to me.
And once emergency responders make it to your house, how will they get in? If your door is locked and you can't get yourself to the door, this could certainly delay them in rendering care. That's where something called a Knox box comes in. Check it out.
So a Knox box is basically a box that gives us access to a structure. We have keys on our engines. We have put in a special code, and that code allows us access to the key. And then when we come up to the residential structure, if they have a residential Knox box, or even commercial structures, that allows us to gain access without having to force entry. So in this case, with a residential home, if someone lives by themselves and they fall or something like that, that gives us access to the house without having to force any doors or tear anything up. So they'll call our prevention department, and these are all funded by grants, and they'll give you all the necessary paperwork and such, and then they'll get a crew to come out and install it for you. Real simple, very few steps. Slides right over the door. We can screw it into the door if the citizen requests it. However, if the way it slides over the door, almost like a door hanger or something, when you close the door, no one's going to be able to get that off while the door's closed. So also with this, we can come and install smoke alarms. Just a quick call to prevention. A lot of those are under grants, but we also have some that have been donated to us as well. Along with plenty of other resources such as carbon monoxide detectors and things of that sort.
You can learn more about the Knox box at cityofchesapeake.net/fire. And to inquire about getting one for your home or for a loved one's home, contact the Fire Prevention Office at 382-6566. Well, as temperatures drop, you don't want your energy bills to rise. Energy bills during the winter can easily get out of hand if you're not diligent, but we are here to give you all of the tips and tricks to being energy efficient year-round. Dominion Energy's Benita Billingsley-Harris was here with us at the studio recently, and we asked her for all the hot tips on how to cool down your heating bill.
Definitely unplug your appliances and turn off lights when not in use. That includes your cell phone chargers because they still can be using energy when they're plugged in, even if they're not charging up your phone. Keep your window shades open during cooler months to attract heat from the sun, and keep them closed during daylight summer hours to prevent the home from heating up. You can purchase energy efficient appliances. You can lower your water heater's maximum temperature to 120 degrees to save heating costs. All right, and here's an important one. You don't want to let air escape from your house. You know how your mother always said, close the door when you go out. Well, there's lots of also little holes in your house that can cause you quite a bit on your energy bill. So seal or caulk gaps and cracks. 50% of your energy bill is due to energy lost through small holes and cracks around the home. Install programmable thermostats to regulate temperatures. Run your dishwasher on full loads only, and maybe wait until the evening when it's cooler to run those during the summer months. Wash clothes on the cold cycle. You can also clean your lint filters and your dryer after every load, and that, you will be surprised, makes your system not work as hard, and it definitely saves money on your energy bills. So some of those things are free, some of them are low cost, but all of them can provide big savings on your energy bill.
For more information on your energy bill and how to be as energy efficient as possible, visit dominionenergy.com. Well, this just bears constant repeating. If you're looking for a job, the City of Chesapeake and Chesapeake Public Schools probably has something for you. There are many openings available right now, many of which come with sign-on bonuses, healthcare, and other great city benefits. On the city side, a major need right now is, of course, waste management workers. Now, on the school side, there continues to be a strong need for bus drivers. Here's Director of Transportation for Chesapeake Public Schools, Dr. David Benson.
We are definitely interested in anyone willing to become a bus driver. It's the best job you could ever have. You can be full-time, get full-time benefits, and only work 5 hours a day, 25 hours a week, and you get the same benefits that our superintendent gets. So if you're looking for a job, give us a call or go online. Chesapeake Public Schools, www.cpschools.com, click on the jobs link and apply to be a bus driver.
Find all open positions available at Chesapeake Public Schools at cpschools.com. And for city jobs, just visit jobs.cityofchesapeake.net. The Chesapeake Public Library is hosting their popular I Designed a Library Card contest. Get an application at any library branch and create your own mini masterpiece that could be chosen for a limited edition library card design. Winners will also get a $100 gift card sponsored by the Friends of the Chesapeake Public Library. So go get your application Make your design and return it to the library by November 14th. You do have to do this in person. There isn't an online option. The contest is open to all ages and all art mediums will be accepted. Please see the application at your local branch for contest rules and guidelines. Well, another reminder to start cleaning out that garage right now because Chesapeake Recycles Day is back. On Saturday, November 6th from 9 to noon, bring your old electronics, sensitive documents, and household hazardous waste for proper disposal. Goodwill, SIPSA, Shred It, and TFC Recycling are partnering with the city to collect a wide variety of items, including old electronics, clothing, household items, household hazardous waste, and sensitive documents. Learn more at cityofchesapeake.net/recyclesday. Well, Veterans Day is next week, and with that comes the annual memorial ceremony. On Thursday, November 11th, the Veterans Day Memorial Ceremony will take place at the memorial in front of City Hall at 11 a.m. Join the Mayor's Commission on Veterans Affairs and honor the brave men and women who have served in our nation's armed forces. And of course, with the Veterans Day holiday comes some changes to city schedules. All city offices, courts, libraries, and community centers will be closed on Thursday, November 11th. There will be no changes to the trash or recycling collection schedules. Well, this weekend we get an extra hour of sleep as we fall back an hour at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. It's a lot less work than it used to be since most of our clocks will reset themselves, but good luck trying to remember how to change the microwave clock. It's also a great time to check and change the batteries in your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. That's all we've got for this week. We'll leave you with a look of what's coming up from the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Department. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.